Looking for a massive people mover that can haul up to 9 passengers, but think you're just too cool for a minivan? Then stick around because in this video, we're checking out the best full-size 3-row SUVs you can buy in 2025. 2025 Nissan Armada. The Nissan Armada gets a full redesign for 2025, and while this update brings a lot of welcome changes, the ranking you're seeing here is still based on the outgoing 2024 model. We'll have a full reevaluation soon, but here's what you need to know for now. First up, the biggest change: Nissan has finally retired the long-serving 5.6-liter V8. In its place is a twin-turbocharged 3.5-liter V6 that, at least on paper, packs a bigger punch. We're talking 525 horsepower and 516 pound-feet of torque, both up significantly from the old engine's 400 horses and 413 pound-feet. It's also paired with a new 9-speed automatic transmission, replacing the previous 7-speed unit. That combo should, in theory, offer better performance and a boost in fuel economy. But here's the catch. In real-world driving, and based on testing of its luxury sibling, the new Infiniti QX80, the new Armada, doesn't actually feel any quicker. In fact, it might even be a tad slower. Still, it keeps its strong 8,500-pound towing capacity, which remains a key selling point for buyers who need serious utility. The exterior and interior both get a much-needed modernization, giving the 2025 Armada a more upscale, contemporary look and feel. And there's a new off-road-focused Pro 4X trim, too, for those who want a little extra ruggedness right out of the box. If the Armada still has an edge, it's that it remains one of the more affordable full-size SUVs in its class, especially when you factor in its generous power and standard features. We'll know more once full reviews of the 2025 model roll in, but for now, the big news is change, and a lot of it. Number 6 is the 2025 Toyota Sequoia. The Toyota Sequoia had been around for quite a while without a major update. Fitting, considering it's named after one of the oldest living things on Earth. But in 2023, Toyota finally gave it a full redesign, the first since 2007. Out went the aging 5.7-liter V8, and in came a twin-turbocharged V6 hybrid system that packs more power and delivers better fuel efficiency. This latest Sequoia still offers plenty of space inside, but now it rides on a more modern platform, one that it shares with a wide range of vehicles, from the mid-size Tacoma pickup to the full-size Tundra, along with Lexus models like the LX and GX, and even the latest Land Cruiser. Toyota's broadened the lineup too, adding the plush capstone trim for a luxury feel and the rugged TRD Pro for off-road adventures. Every Sequoia comes with that same hybrid V6 under the hood, a strong, if a bit coarse engine that's a big step up in efficiency over the old V8. The downside? It's no longer the value play it once was. The starting price is already on the high side for a full-size SUV, and when you start looking at the top trims, you're venturing into luxury territory. Number 5. 2025 Chevrolet Tahoe. Chevrolet's Tahoe, and its even bigger sibling, the Suburban, roll into 2025 with a refresh that might look subtle on the outside, but bring some serious updates under the skin. Step inside, and you'll see massive new digital displays and a redesigned dashboard that modernizes the whole cabin. Outside, Chevrolet has also fine-tuned the ride, especially for models equipped with those enormous 24-inch wheels. Now, as good as GM's engineers are at smoothing things out, there's only so much you can do with huge rims and low-profile tires. So, if comfort matters to you, we'd recommend sticking with the smaller wheels and taking advantage of the optional air suspension and adjustable dampers. They make a big difference. For folks who plan to get dirty, the off-road-ready Z71 trim still rides on more reasonable wheels wrapped in chunky all-terrain tires. And for the first time in 2025, you can pair that Z71 with Chevrolet's improved and more powerful diesel engine. Chevy's been building Tahoes for a long time, and it shows. The cabin is flexible, practical, and loaded with smart utility. And here's a fun fact. If you're still a fan of V8s, General Motors is pretty much your last stop in this class. The Tahoe, Suburban, and GMC Yukon are the only full-size SUVs left offering V8 power. If that's your thing, Go for the 6.2-liter. It's thirsty, sure, but it sounds fantastic and pulls hard. And if you like to just cruise on the highway with minimal effort, the hands-free Super Cruise system is also available, making long drives a whole lot easier. Number 4, 2025 Ford Expedition. The Ford Expedition is still the brand's full-size flagship SUV, and for 2025, it's getting a complete overhaul, just in time to go head-to-head with the newly updated Chevy Tahoe and Suburban. You'll spot the changes right away. Fresh styling inside and out, along with a pair of massive digital displays that bring the interior firmly into the modern era. Both the standard Expedition and the longer Expedition Max carry over their frame and powertrain from last year, but Ford has worked its magic elsewhere. And that's no surprise. This is a company that's been building big SUVs for decades. Ford gave the Expedition an independent rear suspension years before most of its rivals. And that decision still pays off today with smoother ride quality, more confident handling, and a smarter, roomier seating layout. Inside, the cabin is plenty spacious, though it still leans toward the truck-like side of things in terms of design. Under the hood, every Expedition packs a twin turbocharged V6 that's both powerful and refined, giving this 8-passenger SUV the strength it needs without sacrificing smoothness. Tech-wise, Ford is keeping up with the competition by offering its Blue Cruise hands-free driving system, making long highway stretches a lot more relaxing. And for drivers who like to leave the pavement behind, there's the rugged new Tremor trim, built for adventure with added off-road chops. Number 3, 2025 GMC Yukon and Yukon XL. Much like its Chevy-branded cousins, the Tahoe and the Suburban, the GMC Yukon, along with its longer wheelbase sibling, the Yukon XL, gets a refresh for 2025. Now, if you're expecting a full redesign, pump the brakes. The Yukon already made a big leap back in 2021 when it swapped its live rear axle for a fully independent rear suspension. This year's updates are all about refinement, not reinvention. The Yukon still holds its place as a bridge between mainstream Chevy and luxury Cadillac. And now, there's a new Denali Ultimate trim that sits above the already upscale Denali, bringing even more premium touches, and a bigger price tag to match. Inside, you'll find a revamped interior with larger, more immersive digital screens and a more polished look overall. Under the skin, GMC has fine-tuned that independent suspension to improve ride quality even further, no matter which model you choose. But let's talk engines, because this is where the Yukon really separates itself from most of the competition. While just about everyone else in this class has moved on to smaller 6-cylinder powertrains, GMC is proudly sticking with good old-fashioned V8 muscle. You can choose between a 355 horsepower 5.3-liter or a 420 horsepower 6.2-liter. And if efficiency is more your style, the 3-liter turbo diesel inline-6 returns, with improved power for 2025. In short, the Yukon is still the Yukon, just sharper, more refined, and more luxurious than ever. Number 2, 2025 Chevrolet Suburban. The Chevrolet Suburban is a legend, literally the longest-running nameplate in America, with roots that go all the way back to 1933. And in 2025, it continues to carry that legacy forward as the longer, roomier sibling to the Chevy Tahoe. Just like the Tahoe and its GMC Yukon cousin, the Suburban gets a thorough refresh this year. That means massive new digital displays inside, refined suspension tuning, and an upgraded diesel engine that's now available even on the off-road-ready Z71 trim for the very first time. But while the Suburban steps confidently into the modern age, it keeps one foot firmly planted in tradition. That means you can still get not one, but two different V8 engine options. And if you're going all in on passenger space, the entry-level LS trim can even be configured with a 3-across front bench seat, giving you seating for up to 9 people. Yes, 9. Now sure, this thing is big, like really big. And for most folks, that's a little intimidating. But if you've got a large family, a trailer to tow, and a whole lot of gear to haul, the Suburban does it all. Comfortably, capably, and without breaking the bank. It may not be for everyone, but for the people who need what it offers, It's one of the best tools out there. Number 1, 2025 Jeep Wagoneer. Say hello to one of the newest heavy hitters in the full-size SUV world, the Jeep Wagoneer and its longer sibling, the Wagoneer L. Now, quick heads up. If you're scratching your head wondering what the difference is between a Wagoneer and a Grand Wagoneer, here's the deal. Think of it like this. The Grand Wagoneer is to the Wagoneer what the Cadillac Escalade is to the Tahoe, or what the Lincoln Navigator is to the Ford Expedition. Same bones, same size, just more luxury, more features, and a little more attitude. The Grand, in this case, doesn't mean bigger, it just means fancier. Back to the Wagoneer and Wagoneer L. The standard Wagoneer lines up against full-size SUVs like the Chevy Tahoe, while the longer Wagoneer L goes toe-to-toe with big boys like the Suburban. Both come with a smooth and powerful 420 horsepower twin-turbocharged inline-six, and honestly, it feels more like something you'd find under the hood of a German luxury car than a big American SUV. Inside, these Jeeps are massive. We're talking best-in-class space in every direction thanks to that big, boxy body. The cabin's clean and well-designed, loaded with tech that's modern but never overwhelming. And the ride? Quiet, smooth, and refined. Exactly what you want in a family-hauling SUV. Put it all together. Style, space, power, comfort. And the Wagoneer lineup absolutely earns its spot at the top of our full-size SUV rankings.